Nice, Brookie. It's like that scene from The Lord of the Rings when they're just like trudging through the swamp. It's big for a dry fly. I thought for sure I messed my knee up. Well, it's a long weekend in May, and I'm in Lake Superior Provincial Park, heading into the interior for a 4-day paddling and trout fishing trip. I'm at Gamma Lake, which is right here. Here's the parking lot where I'm at, and I'm going to be heading down through Gamma into a couple of these lakes and ponds, and into Old Woman Lake, where I'll be staying somewhere in here for 3 nights. Alright, first portage done. I'm on to Gamma, and it's pretty calm. Looking like a nice day. Just approaching the end of Gamma and the 800-meter portage in between it and the next lake, and we're sitting into a bit of a headwind now, which I wasn't on the main lake, which I think I'm going to be paddling through for most of the rest of the day, although the lakes are pretty small in between here and Old Woman, so it should be not too bad paddling. Whew. A lot of slippery rocks. And that 450 is actually not too bad. A little bit steep in a couple spots, but so far can't complain. It is pretty dry in that creek though. Wow. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be paddling through that. Hopefully I can paddle or push my way through that. The trail is sort of faint continuing on from here, but it didn't look very promising. Alright, well this is working out. There's a good amount of water in this little creek, so hopefully I can make it all the way to the end. Made it to the end of the creek, and this is Picea Lake, I think. Wow, I'm tired. The next portage is right across there. I don't know if you can see it. It's a yellow portage marker at the end. So, small break and back at it. Alright, off we go. I think 2 more portages. The last one's the worst one of the day. Well, I'm just approaching the 880, I think it is, the last portage of the day. I'm completely spent. I actually didn't think this would be as tiring as it was. It's like 2 800s and I think couple 400s, couple 200s. Doesn't sound that bad, but these are tough portages. Like the portage coming up here. You can see the hill. I'm going to assume it's kind of going over that. I mean, I can't imagine it's going to be easy. So, let's see. Well, I made it to camp a couple hours ago, actually. I just stopped filming because I was completely beat. The last portage was ridiculous. And the black flies were super, super thick. Anyway, I'm going to make some dinner and going to be a pretty early night. Had a storm last night and had some good lightning and pretty strong downpours. I want to head out and do some fishing, and I don't think I'm going to be doing that on the open lake because it's pretty rough out there. Just crossing the main channel on Old Woman Lake, and I guess my patience paid off because the wind has died down quite a bit. It's still a little bit choppy, but nothing like it was before. Well, finally got a little brookie. I was looking for something a little bigger, but right now I'm not too picky. Little 8-incher or so. And right around the same time as the black flies are coming out. The wind's dying down now, so black flies are having a chance to keep me alive again. Doing a number on my wrists here. It's the one spot that's uncovered, so I need to figure that one out. I was just coming into a little sheltered bay in here, and I saw a few ripples on the water, so I thought they might have been fish, and so I had a lot of line out I was trolling. I just started stripping my line in quickly to bring it back in, and as I was doing that, as I got close to the boat, a fish started hitting it, and I yanked it out of the water, and I saw the fish swirl, and so I cast back to him. He hit it again, I missed him, and then I literally just started doing figure eights at the boat and he hit it. It's not a crazy brookie, but really, really pretty. There he is. Nice brookie. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see if I can get another couple of them in here. There was a fish. I think it's around, what, 10:30? 11, wow. Yeah, there was a lot of light on the lake, so I stayed out pretty late fishing. There was a few fish rising, and I didn't want to miss it. So it's going to be a late dinner again. It's the fettuccine alfredo freeze-dried meal with chicken. And it smells really good because I'm hungry. So yeah, this is going to go down easy, and I'm going to try and get to bed before midnight so I can get up a little earlier tomorrow. I'm just out for a morning paddle. Really calm this morning. I think it's going to be a bad day for the bugs. I got a laker here. So maybe that big fish I had last night was actually a laker and not a brookie. Not a bad laker. Not huge, but thanks, buddy. All right, another fish here. Shallow, but I guess they are this time of year. Oh, he ate that thing. And these are barbless hooks, so they should just pop out, but he swallowed it pretty good. All right, there's another laker. And there he goes. Well, I got up on the shore and looked like there might have been a trail that goes around that blockage. There was a couple pieces of cut wood, but the trail ends here. And I really don't feel like bushwhacking, so I guess back up the river it is. Black fly in the eye. Well, I was super zonked when I came back from fishing today. I ended up having a nap in the hammock for about an hour and a half. The wind's completely died down and the black flies were starting to get to me again. And one of the things that I don't have is any protection for my wrists and my hands. So I wanted something to not have to worry about while I'm carrying my canoe over my shoulders, and my hands are up and my sleeves are getting pulled down and the black flies are just chewing me alive in here. I sacrificed one pair of these. They're not cheap socks, but you know, they're getting a little worn anyway. Can't really check the time anymore, so maybe I have to cut something out there. But those are first world problems. I'm just happy to not be getting eaten alive by black flies anymore. Got a fish after all. Another lake trout though. A lot of lake trout this trip. There he is. I'm seeing some fish rising over there. I think they're brookies. So I'm going to switch to a floating line and try something different. I think just a really shallow swimming streamer Just like a weightless woolly bugger or something like that, I think would work well. Oh, there's a fish. Oh, another one. A little one up there. A couple little ones. Gonna change tactics here. We're gonna go with the dry fly. Something sort of bushy that will float well. All right, let's see. No floating, but I'm sure we'll live. Little brookie on the dry fly. There's one. There's a better fish. Get the net ready. This is actually a decent fish. Wow. Can't tell if it's a brookie. If that's a lake or it took a dry fly. I don't know what it is. It's big. It's got to be a laker. Oh wow. Yeah, lake trout on a dry fly. Wow. Okay, buddy. Look at that. Not a bad lake trout for a dry fly. Well, that was a first. And the black flies are coming back out again. So, time for my homemade hand and wrist protection. And that will pretty much wrap up my fishing for this trip. Wasn't outstanding. Would have liked a few more brookies. I did get a decent amount, just nothing real big. But overall, I'm happy with that trip. I'm not looking forward to the portage tomorrow. It's gonna be nasty. It's a beautiful morning today. The lake is completely calm, no wind at all, and it's a little chilly, but it's supposed to warm up quite a bit today, and the cool is keeping the bugs at bay for now, which is nice. And I'm almost done packing up camp. I just need to take my hammock down and just finish up breakfast and get on my way. Well, I'm all packed up. I've left camp and I'm headed towards my first portage. There's an old ranger cabin on the lake. I might stop in and see that if no one's staying there. There was a couple staying there the last few nights I was here, so I wasn't able to stop and look at it. This place is beat up. Wow. Wow. That's quite the fireplace. Apparently you can stay here first come first served basis. I don't think I would want to though. Probably completely infested with mice. Not sure how sturdy these are. Not much up there, a couple sleeping pads hanging. Keep them away from the mice. stuff some emergency food supplies and some fish crisps. Wonder how far back it goes. (2014). We did it in a day from Gamma to Gamma with an exclamation mark. I kind of agree. Not that there's much of a choice, there's nowhere good to stop in between, but it's a lot of work. That's funny. All right. Time to get these portages out of the way. Here's what that portage into Old Woman looks like going in the opposite direction. So we gotta go up at about a 45, maybe even 60-degree incline here. And when I came down here, I actually took the wrong path down, so it actually made it even more difficult. Thank God I'm doing this one in the morning. It's already hot. And it wouldn't be so bad if I could wear a t-shirt, but not with the black flies. Hey look, the black flies found my thumbs. Literally, the only thing uncovered on my entire body. And they find it. I'm just gonna leapfrog all my stuff to give myself a break in between. So I don't think I'm going to win any fashion awards on this trip, that's for sure. I've got the bug net going. I've got a collared shirt buttoned all the way up. I've got my handy little homemade black fly wrist guards, aka wool socks. I'm also wearing hip waders, which I don't usually do on trips, and I thought I'd try it this trip. They don't look pretty, but they actually do a great job of keeping you dry. I was carrying my pack and I was stepping down off of a ledge and the ground underneath me sort of gave way. I stepped down with my right foot and my knee buckled. A few years ago I tore my ACL on that knee playing basketball and I had it repaired. I had surgery on it. And it's been good since. I still seem to be able to walk, so. But yeah, I was pretty freaked out there. I thought for sure I messed my knee up bad. Nothing like paddling through a swamp on a nice sunny day in the thick of black fly season. It's like that scene from The Lord of the Rings, when they're just like trudging through the swamp. That's what I feel like right now. Just another day in Lake Superior Provincial Park. I didn't know Ontario had mountains until I came here. Some big cedar trees here. Like this one here, old. Finished the second 800, which is 2 of my toughest portages for the day finished. The water on all these lakes has been clogging my filters, and I don't know if you can see that, but I think it's pollen or something. I'm sure I'll be fine, that's what filters are for, but kind of nasty. Well, I made it back to my last portage, back to Gamma Lake. I guess my second last, if you count that portage back to the truck, but 450 meters doesn't seem so bad after the rest of them today. And I'm excited to be back to some clean water, actually, and some treats waiting for me in my truck. Right at the access, I'm Gamma. And I got into a decent fish. And my net is not even out, and this fish is decent. Lake trout? I think so. Let's see if I can get my net. I should know better to fish without a net. Okay. This is a mess. Don't try this at home, kids. All right. Right at the access. Really pretty lake trout. Thanks, buddy.